We have some more insight into the yachting industry, this time thanks to a disgruntled madam. A woman known as Maybach May on Instagram expressed her frustration with rapper Saweetie on her Instagram stories. She claimed that Saweetie owed her money for activities that she organised on Saweetie's behalf. She posted a video of Saweetie in a car in what appears to be Lagos, Nigeria, with the caption, "Hey Saweetie, let me know how you want to play this. I'm either going to receive my money from you or I can start addressing some of them rumours." The rumour currently going around about Saweetie is that she hooked up with Cardi B's husband, Offset, while they were still together. She continued, "We spent almost a month in Africa. Should have known I wasn't going to let you play me out my money." Money for what? And what was Saweetie doing in Africa? Thankfully, Maybach May did not end her diatribe there. She shed some light on how Saweetie met her man or ex-man, English footballer Jadon Sancho. That's actually her in that picture. She said, "I ain't never told a lie. I sent you to Dubai because you never balled before. Took you to London, took you to Nigeria, only for you to play with my money. Pay up before I start mentioning some of the husbands you were playing with." So this lady was arranging for Saweetie to travel the world to get with people's husbands for cash. That's what she's saying. So we're not just making that up, and it's not a misogynistic conspiracy, right? I do have multiple deep dives on the celebrity yachting industry in my bio. Check them out if you're interested. Maybach May wasn't done. Said she booked Saweetie to support the Chelsea soccer team, but she fell in love with the client and told him, i.e. Jadon, not to pay her. She even provided text message receipts. Saweetie said, "When girls run it up on Jadon, how much they doing in a weekend?" Apparently, Jadon is known as a generous king in these circles. Remember, he was flying Karuchi here, there, and everywhere for a minute. She even addresses Jadon directly, saying, "Sancho, after you're done paying and getting tattoos of a you barely know, remember, Jadon got Saweetie's middle name tattooed? Run me my money. I just want what you'll owe me." Interesting. Thank you, Maybach May, for the tea on this. I actually believe this is very common in LA. I've heard it's not really frowned upon, but it's not necessarily talked about publicly like this lady did, so we're grateful.
It's come to the attention that one of y'all favorite celebrities is a 304. And I just want to say, I've been said this about Ari, about a lot of them, because this is how a real 304 works, right? You need to build your brand up so that you're not known as a 304, because what men really like, they like freestylers better, okay? They don't want a girl to be posting ads online and stuff. No, they want to feel like they just stumbled across a beautiful woman, and for this price, they could have access. I'm not saying that her music is a cover-up. No, it's not a cover-up. She's an entertainer that goes along with it. So like a child actor grows up, then they're known for being a 304 all of a sudden, but not to regular people. As far as you guys know, they're just a singer, a dancer, an actor, a YouTuber, anything, an influencer. A lot of high-end 304s are actually influencers, and that's what builds your brand better. Why do you think I'm in so many people's YouTube videos? I'm on podcasts like Fresh and Fit. I'm in 20v1s with Kodak. It's all because it builds your persona, it builds your brand. So this way, when I say, hey, I want X amount, it makes sense because I'm an entertainer, I'm a celebrity. If you don't want to do this whole celebrity internet stuff, you can just go out and freestyle. There are a lot of events for you to go out and freestyle. DC, Miami, Atlanta, Broward County. If you want me to put you on, just drop your city down below and I got you.
Oh my God, Sweetie's an escort. And water is wet. What? The sky is blue. Grass is green. What the fuck are we talking about right now? What are we talking about? I literally been told y'all that all the female rappers are escorts. Like, I said this so many times. Go look at the video. This is not new information. Do y'all really need everything to be a fucking blog post on TMZ or the Shade Room for y'all to believe something? Like, why is it more believable when it comes out of them people's mouth than all of us? If you ask me, I think most female rappers are escorts. If you really think about it, that's what makes the most sense. Why would you sign an artist that is going to cost you tens of millions of dollars to keep afloat, right? If they don't write their own music, it means that you're going to have to be constantly pumping out money to support their career. Why would you do that unless you had another plan for them to make money? There is a reason why it's always a biracial mixed girl with a certain look. No tea, no shade. They keep signing the same type of woman. It's always a Sweetie. It's always a Ice Spice. It's always a Lotto. Hell, now they done got Glorilla, Sweetie. I think they all selling it. No cap, no shade. I knew Sexy Red was selling it, and I seen her laid out on that Chinese table, all them white men in the video. But I mean, Sexy Red keeps selling it anyways. I think they all selling it. It's not one that I don't think that's selling it unless they like more underground, like Monaleo. I don't think Monaleo's selling it. I know she not, for a fact, actually. But all the other ones, definitely escorts. I don't give a fuck. When Saweetie first came out with Icy Girl, her first project was called High Maintenance. In one of those songs, she said, I was with Michael B. Jordan and Keith Powers. How do you think she got with Michael B. Jordan and Keith Powers? That's right, selling it. I've been telling y'all they're all selling it. This should not be new information to y'all. But of course it is, because y'all love to feign shock. Also, y'all really don't give a fuck, because if you bitches could sell it too, y'all probably would. Y'all are some whores, in my opinion. Y'all love whores. That's why y'all support them so much. Y'all like when bitches is selling coochie. I think y'all respect it more. As long as it come with a Birkin bag and a nice 613 blonde wig and some bundles, y'all bitches don't give a fuck. As long as you see a bitch living a nice lifestyle, y'all don't give a fuck. The only bitches that y'all don't respect selling it is the women on the street that you view low class and poverty level. As long as a bitch is selling it for millions, y'all don't give a fuck. So why is this even a conversation?
Why is everybody acting so shocked that Saweetie be out there selling that box? Because if you want to be real, like, Saweetie is a rapper, but she don't make money from rap. So how else is she supposed to keep up with her flashy, wealthy lifestyle? Let's be all the way real. Her music don't sell. She don't go on tour. She don't have no brand deals. Like, she don't do anything. She barely posts, because that's how people in all them industries really get their money, like especially rappers, because rappers be on they label money. But if you're not making any money, you're gonna owe your label, and then that's why you get shelved or they dropped you. Like, Saweetie don't even have an album out, and matter of fact, Saweetie has never dropped an album, actually. Then on top of it, she's never been on a tour by herself, like a tour for Saweetie's never even been on tour. Most she's ever did was pop up at Rolling Loud Festival. She's never did nothing else. Now, granted, she had a couple endorsements with McDonald's and Mac and some other shit, but Saweetie don't make no noise. She's still, like, at the level she's at, she's damn near still a new artist. She just didn't go nowhere. Like, so for her to be selling that box overseas and damn near got a madam and be doing drugs, well, yeah, like, she's just doing what she got to do. And I just feel like that's a lot of those rap girls, because they music don't sell, so they're not making money from music. So if they're not making money from music, they either selling it or they put up with a rich man somewhere, like JT. Like, your music don't sell, but your lifestyle's so flashy, so clearly somebody's footing the bill. It's just not you.
So Saweetie has really been a topic of conversation this week because of her music. No, come on, don't be ridiculous. Come on, be serious for 1 fucking second. If you're gonna play games, get off the video and let's not even talk. Blind Items have been saying this for a while, but now there is a woman on Instagram who is accusing Saweetie of being a yacht girl. For those of you who don't know what a yacht girl is, it's basically a girl who sells cookies, but she's not a Girl Scout. If you hearing this news is shocking to you and you never saw this coming, I'm willing to bet that you're also the kind of person who, when your baby daddy said if you gave him a little bit more coochie, he would start being a better father, and you believed him and did it. Hearing this news is unbelievable to you, it's shocking to you, you're also the kind of person who buys hair care products from The Rock. I have said it before, and I get crucified for it. People get so mad every single time I bring it up. But your favorite musicians are not very wealthy. Like, there's no money to be made in the music industry. A lot of them are broke. Some of the influencers on this app make more money than your favorite musicians. And the reason why, it's not just because, I think especially this applies especially like in hip hop, it's not just because they don't get paid that much. It's also because they get paid a decent amount. It's because their lifestyle is extremely expensive. Like, if you are in hip hop, part of being in hip hop is that you have to look rich. You have to pretend to be ultra wealthy, and living outside of your means is very expensive. It's not just like having a fancy house and owning cars, right? It's also like having a glam team all the time, having an agent, having a manager, having a social media person. All of that is very, very expensive. If in your mind you thought Saweetie was affording all of that off of her music career when she's been in the game 10 years and has still not put out a debut album, the hilarious thing about that is that I think that Saweetie is very, very marketable. I think there's a world where Saweetie could make a bunch of money, because at this point in time, the point in becoming a musician is because it's the easiest way to become famous, right? And once you are famous, then you are marketable, and that's when you bring in the money. If you are ever trying to pocket watch your favorite celebrity and they're a musician specifically, right, you're trying to figure out if they're broke or not, all you have to do is check to see their endorsement deals, right? The more endorsement deals they have, the more paid they are. If you have a favorite celebrity, I'm not gonna say no names, there's one in particular I'm thinking of, and they haven't had an endorsement deal in years, they're probably broke. And I'm gonna leave that at that. Unless they own businesses and companies that are kept on the hush, 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 they're probably broke. Pink wig. But back to Saweetie. Watching her fumble her career the way that she has is really astonishing to me because music was supposed to be her foot in the door, right? Like, there's no way in her mind she thought that she was going to be the biggest rap star in the entire world. There can't be any way that she ever thought that and saw that for herself. So my assumption was that she was using music as a way to become a household name. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a way to get famous. And it's like, you've been famous. You had the PR relationships. Like, it's an accomplishment. The fact that her name is still in rotation, that we're still talking about her. That alone is a feat in within itself. So I can't for the life of me understand, I've said this a million times, why she hasn't just pivoted. Why she hasn't used, okay, people know who I am. All right, now it's time to really make some money. She's just much too busy being messy in her personal life and not concerned enough about her money and her business. I did a very long video on this a while ago, like dissecting her image and saying what changes I would make to her career. But one of the main things is just changing her image, right? Like, if she gets a new stylist and she finally fucking lets go of this ghetto fabulous thing that she's obsessed with, that is so ugly, she would just let go of that and like rebrand as kind of like high fashion, right? That a bag is waiting for her. Her own makeup brand, her own press-on nail brand, and then afterward move forward to making her own heel brand or collabing with a designer to put out like designer heels. That should have been happened for her. But the girl is just in La La Land. Obsessed with trying to make this music career happen when it's like, it's not gonna happen, girl. Let it go. It's not realistic anymore. Despite what she tries to make it seem like in her raps, she was literally born into this industry, right? Her cousin is Gabrielle Union. Her grandfather was a very famous NFL player. Her mom used to be in music videos. So it's like, you were quite literally born into this industry. And the fact that you don't exploit these connections more is beyond me. Which brings me to my main point. Every day you people sit on this app and say that as long as you have money, you can raise your kids. All you need to raise kids is money. As long as you have money, you can have as many kids as you want. Who cares? And then we see people like Saweetie who grew up around money and connections, and look at what she's made of her life. Mind you, not a dumb girl. A girl with a college degree, by the way. Another great example is of like T.I.'s kids, right? Like, again, silver spoon kids who grew up extremely wealthy, had everything they ever wanted in life, and look how most of them turned out. Am I being judgmental? Yes, of course. I always am. And the thing about it is, like, I don't mean to be harsh, but it's just like watching you start with, you got such an insane head start, right? Having already been born in the middle of what you wanted to do, already been born with all these connections, and you decide that instead, that's okay, I'll just sell cookie instead. This is what I'll do for a living. Mind you, also she can keep up appearances because I'm sure that she can afford a small little 1-bedroom by herself. Like, I'm sure that like she makes enough money to be able to afford to do that and just keep her head down and hustle. But you know what? Maybe earlier I said she was smart, and I was like, maybe I want to take that back. Because ever since I found out about the whole her thing, sleeping with Offset thing, I've been looking at her funny. Not because like a slut-shaming way, like whatever. More in a, what were you thinking? You know what I'm saying? Like, you understand how bad for business that choice was? Like, there's no way that you thought about that for more than 2 minutes. Like, there's no way. You quite literally jeopardized your career and brought your career to a halt because you were trying to prove a point to a man. When you could have just left. When you could have just broke up with him and left. Now look at you. Not only did you sabotage your own career, but more importantly than that, you broke up one of the greatest bands in music history, Migos. I'll never forgive you for that. I mean, I could make a whole other separate dissertation on how I am of the belief, had they all kept their head on straight, Migos were on track to become the Black Beatles, but that's a whole other. I don't think you people are ready for that kind of vision. But here comes Saweetie, ruining it for all of us. Anyways, my point in bringing this TED Talk to a conclusion is that the girls are dumb. The girls are not very smart. The girls are short-term thinkers, and their careers are a reflection of that.